What was that?
Gatorade.
Kyle drinking Gatorade.
Zima. Dude, they should bring Zima back. Is Zima back?
Oh, Zima was it, dude. Zima was the shit. Remember Zima Gold?
Yeah, I was gonna say they had a Zima, and then they came out with like a better version of Zima, and I remember having it. I'm like, this is like fucking Sprite.
Did you ever get into like the Boonesberry Farm?
Yeah,
Hey,
the
how about we
MD
2020 start
2020?
the show?
This
Can we
is
start the show?
Strawberry Hill.
Hello.
We already started, Burns.
This is the
Jeez.
Welcome
Jeez, are you on
back.
your
already
period
going.
over there?
Welcome
start
to the
the show.
PTFO podcast, episode 13, 12.
Lucky number 13.
Kyle's got a message for us to start the show, though.
So I'm on edge today. I got a little food poisoning, been pissing out my ass, been almost throwing my guts up. But we need you guys to go over to iTunes and subscribe on iTunes. Like, that's the ticket. That's the way to do it. We need you over
That's
there.
The golden ticket.
That's where we need people going to be going. You know, you listen to it on your phone. For some reason, it's above the rest. And if you really enjoyed this podcast and you really want it to thrive, we need you to fuck on iTunes. All right, I'm going to barf.
Well, that's a good first topic. Let's talk about our worst shit ever.
I'll go first.
All right.
I've got a pretty good story. So I'm a big A1 guy. I like A1 all over my steak. And I mean, even to the point we went to the Bellagio and got like a $70 steak. And I asked the waitress for some A1
Oh,
What are you asking for steak sauce on a $70 steak?
because that's how I roll. And A1 doesn't sit well with me. So I don't remember when this was. It was a couple of years ago, but I had just eaten. We had like steak and lobster, which I think was what Kyle is suffering from now, some undercooked lobster. And I, of course, doused my steak in A1. And by the time we left the restaurant, I had that bubbly gut, that rumble feeling. And we started driving. And it's one of those, have you ever been in the situation where you're going to shit yourself, but if you can hold it enough, it'll like the tension will break and it'll give you like 5 more minutes before it comes back up?
Yeah, just
does that make
clutched-
sense to anybody?
You just clutched enough to like.
Yes.
Yeah, I know
yes.
exactly. That's part of my story too. But keep going.
Yeah, it's like peaks and valleys. Like it'll peak and you're like, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna shit my pants. And then if you hold it enough, the tension will break, and then it'll come back. Well, I held it like 3 ups and downs in a row, and we didn't get to where we were going. And I know I was at least 25 years old. I don't know. And there just came a point where you just kind of make your peace with God. And I was like, I can't. I'm done. Here it comes.
It's
I just
happening.
shit my
It's happening.
shit my pants while I was driving.
Oh, you shit your pants. Oh, you.
Yes.
While
And it reminds me.
driving?
Yeah, and it reminds me that movie, not Wedding Crashers, but the female version,
Oh, Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids, where she sits down in the middle of the street and she just fucking does it, or the other girl shits in the sink. And it was just, you have that, I think it may be like when you're dying. You know how they say everything slows down? It's like that moment of clarity when you just say, enough's enough. Here it comes. And then it's almost kind of, I don't know. It was kind of eclectic. I don't know. It was
You just
kinda
sit there?
calming.
Did you get to pull over and change your pants?
no, I was driving, dude. We
You were just laying in it.
But how
Dude,
how
what?
how far from your destination were you? Like, how long did you have to drive in your own shit?
probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, so not that long. That's still long.
No.
But I was
That's too long. I would have pulled over and cleaned myself up.
But what if you don't have anything? You're just driving naked and you have to go to a hotel.
You got to improvise somehow, man.
That's true.
Hold on. I've got one more. This was last year. We're going to Florida for vacation. We've got a condo down in Florida for a week, and we're driving. So it's like 12 hours. And we get an hour in. It's 4:30 in the morning. It's raining, and it hits me again from I guess my coffee. I don't even know. But I literally pull on a dirt road off the main road. My whole family's in the car. And I go behind the freaking car and just lay there and shit it out. And I didn't have anything to wipe. I didn't have anything to wipe, so I had to
gross.
use a shirt out of my suitcase.
That's kind of like my story too. We were driving back from. I was with my family. We were driving back from my grandparents after Christmas, and like Jimmy said, we were just trying to hold off for as long as you can, trying to go through the peaks and valleys.
Yes.
As we're driving down the road, and I'm looking at all like the signs for places we could possibly go, and I saw the Super America gas station. And I was like, "Mom, you need to pull this car over immediately. It's happening right now." And I ran in there, and of course the men's room was full because they had only like one person occupant. Had for sure just barged into the women's bathroom and made it happen. It was just.
Was it one of those you were shitting as you were sitting down on the toilet?
It was. If I would give it just a little push, it was going to be everywhere.
Held on for one last second. Like,
Oh, right when I sat down, it was game over.
Kyle,
There's not much you could
gross.
use to describe that moment, though, when it's like pure release. It's almost like a shit orgasm.
It really is. You're
Kyle,
celebrating
you
that you made it.
Yeah.
You want to go, Kyle? You want me to give mine?
Mine's really not the worst, but on the night that I proposed to Rachel back in like 2009, 2010, we went to. So I was planning on. We were in a small town, so there wasn't like the craziest food area. So we went to this food place we always go to, and on our way back, and I was gonna just propose at our house or my house because that's where we met, and it was kind of cool. We were neighbors, and I was joking around, and I tried to fart, and I just fucking shit my pants.
Oh,
And so I had to play it off like, oh, let's go check out Fred Meyer real quick, just so I could go into Fred Meyer. And I think I had caught it in my ass cheek, so it didn't actually get everywhere. But then, yeah, later I proposed, and she said yes. And then we fucked.
With shitty butt. Oh man!
All right,
that's
Colby.
good. I have.
What is your shitty story?
I'm gonna go with two because I have one where I didn't make it and one where I did make it. So the quick one of where I didn't make it was we had just played a football game. I'm a senior, and we're driving back, and like before our game, by the way we got blown out by like 40. Well, on the way back, I was eating like garlic bread for some reason. There was like leftover. We just like jacked it from the locker room. And all of a sudden, I like start to get the worst rumble in my stomach. And we're only about 15 minutes from our school. And I'm like, oh, I can make it 15 minutes. And then 5 minutes later, I'm laying down in like the handicap, like wheelchair part of the bus. And then everyone's like watching me. I'm like, dude, I'm going to like, are we going to make it? Like whatever, you know? And then like, so everyone's like, come on, make it. Like, you got it. And like, we're pulling in.
No, everybody's wanting you to shit your pants.
I honestly think that too. Well, when I say everyone, I mean like the 6 or 7 people that are in the back with me are like, come on, dude. Like, you got it. And then like, so we pull in and I just bust out the emergency exit and no one like in the front knows why. And I'm like 4 steps into the locker room and I feel it like I can't hold it anymore. So like I take like the fastest sprint to the bathroom stall and it like just starts coming out and then there's nothing I can do. So as I was pulling down my football pants, I was shitting at the same time, which made it worse. And I literally took my hip pad and I scooped it out of my pants and threw it in the toilet and I was like gagging and stuff. So I took off my like football pants in that stall. And
what color were the pants?
they were black. But so
that's not bad.
I took off the pants in there that are just covered in shit. My like I wore spandex underneath there that they're like full, and then like my hip pad is like in the toilet covered in shit. But I still had to poop, so I go to the stall next to it, and I'm like, that's where I'm having my like just nasty poop. And I hear somebody from the front of the bus go to that stall like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, sorry, dude. Like I'll clean that up later. I'm a little busy.
It's like
right
a fucking
now.
war zone.
So then my buddy, like, he comes in with my pads and stuff, and he's like, did you make it? I'm like, look in the stall next to me. He's like, oh, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I didn't make it. So there's that one, but then almost the same story as you, Jimmy. The one I did make was I had my buddy pull over. We had just had Sonic in Spokane, and there's, like, nothing for 40 miles. And I'm like, oh, it's really rumbling. Like, pull over right here. So he had to pull over on the, like, just this random part of the freeway, and I run into this little drainage ditch area where I thought I had cover, but it turns out like the exit coming off goes right around this drainage ditch. So I'm taking a shit in what I think is like safe woods, and then this like family drives by. They're all looking at me. I'm like, oh hey, and I didn't have any toilet paper, so I had to take my boxers and rip them into like 6 little pieces. And I'm like, if I can't wipe in 6, I'm screwed.
You Bear Grylls that shit. You did what you had to do.
And I get back in the car with him and I think it was just his girlfriend at the time, might have been his wife, and they're just like, yeah, so you probably picked the worst spot to poop there. I'm like, yeah, hopefully they don't report me. Let's get out of here. So those are my two.
I think I saw something on, maybe it may have been you guys' website, of the old lady that like sat down and took a dump on the back of somebody's car.
Oh yeah. Or Kyle,
in the parking lot.
One of the first videos Kyle ever had me post was this guy takes we called it the world record shit. He poops out of
that one's impressive.
He poops out of a window going like 70 or 80 and it's just a huge log. It's disgusting. Kind of like CKY when they did it.
Whose topic idea was this?
Because I got the shits.
Because Kyle's sick, so we decided to kind of integrate it into the show.
I thought it was a good
Christ.
topic, man. Great 10 minutes right there.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes in. We're good. What's next, Burns?
Well, PewDiePie is a Nazi.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day. Let's touch on it because it all kind of culminated and he made his response, which was the end of it was fucking amazing, where he flipped off and said, "Fuck you, Wall Street Journal." That was some good shit. Yeah, mainstream media. I don't think that they really like the YouTube, Facebook side of things. I don't think they like the fact that there's so much reach and influence from like YouTubers and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that shit. And they literally,
YouTubers
they attack the dude.
Yeah, well, YouTubers and like people on social media, we can push the boundaries more than the mainstream media can. And so they try to make it into a bigger deal than it is.
I mean, they made him out to be a Nazi. Like, they even took a picture where he was pointing in one of his videos and said that he was doing Heil Hitler. I mean,
yeah, and when he didn't he do a video in like a Nazi uniform, just as like a satire?
Yeah.
The thing that sucks is like, if Kyle still had all of his videos on there, if someone had enough hours, they could go in there and take pieces of stuff and just bash him too.
Sure, yeah. What they just take it out of context and they make it whatever they want it to
like
be.
The
Which
iDubbbz
is
guy, they could just go through iDubbbz videos and just take like all the times he says like N-word and faggot and retard and just be like, "This guy's what's wrong."
Dude, I've actually had it happen to me when they made like some Amanda Todd documentary, and they're talking about how easy it is for people to, interact online, and like for younger girls to talk to older guys, and they took a little tiny piece from one of my videos, and I'm like, "How old are you guys?" And they're like 13, and I'm like, "Perfect." And like that's
shit.
all they
you out. They try to make you
yeah.
out.
Pedophile?
that's all they put in there.
I remember that.
I still get people
somebody
messaging
posted
me.
that on a website?
No,
It's on like a
Canadian
movie.
news.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't care, but
You're a superstar. No, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy because now it's kind of a war between YouTube types and mainstream media. I mean, mainstream media, cable television, that shit's going to be gone in the next regular TV as we know it is fading out. And I just don't think they like the fact that they don't control the trends or what is the hot topic to a degree. I mean, they have to literally fabricate this shit. I mean, I saw a post yesterday from Wired Magazine. First post they put for the day was how to tell if internet news is fake news. And then an hour later they posted the Nazis have a new hero in PewDiePie or some crazy ass shit. I mean,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that like mainstream media, newspapers, radio, like all those, like it sucks to say like, oh, they're dying and they're like grasping for anything, but when you look at it, like there's nowhere they can pivot and become relevant again, because anything that they can create as far as like a platform has already either been done, aka YouTube, podcast, or Sirius radio, or the way Netflix works and it's just like TV on demand. So they're literally gonna just eventually die, which is kind of sad.
That, and they can't hose job people anymore because, I mean, all of us have the same access to information, and more people are more self-aware now than ever, and they can't pull the shit over your eyes.
Yeah.
So what do?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's just crazy to think about. And also, like, I remember the first time I ever went to YouTube, I was like 11th grade or 12th grade. I watched Sean Kemp highlights. There was like probably 1,000 videos on the website. And it's crazy that it's turned into literally a community to where it's like burying news. Like, people were burying Wall Street Journal, which had always been like a respected source. And they just got destroyed by a bunch of people who create content on a platform for videos. It's just funny.
Do you think anybody still actually subscribes to a legit paper newspaper? Like, gets a paper delivered to their house and reads it?
Maybe, well, Wall Street
Old
Journal's
people.
like financial news. Yeah, old people probably.
I don't know. But yeah, so PewDiePie 1, mainstream media 0. Even yesterday, after he put up the video, and he had his biggest sub day, I think, ever.
Oh, he was just dominant.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't remember what website it was, but they went. You remember a week or two ago when there was a sub glitch and like people were losing millions
Yeah,
of subs?
they took the, I can't remember
They
who it
took
was.
that
They
footage.
took the footage from H3's video from the glitch.
Yeah.
It was like he's losing subscribers by
They're
the
like,
second.
PewDiePie's dying. It's over.
What a bunch of fags.
Yeah.
Like, how easy
wonder
is
if he
that to
can
fact
sue
check
him.
though?
I
For
wonder
like
if he could sue him.
Libo?
The other thing that's funny is that took 3 dudes to bring him down. Like 3 guys. I just imagine them sitting in a over expensive office in New York, getting paid way too much, and then like running like little kids in and out of each other's office. Like, I just got the perfect clip that we can cut up to make him look like a Nazi.
That's exactly what they did.
And then the other guy's like, dude, go get Kevin in here. Let's go tell Kevin. And then the 3 of them just jacking each other off over trying to screw
Well, you've
a
heard
guy.
the conspiracy theory why it happened, right?
No, but I love a good conspiracy.
This actually makes sense. So the co-owner of Maker, guess who that is?
It's
Molester
Shay Carl,
boy.
right?
Shay Carl.
Molester
The one we
boy.
talked about, the other day that got caught with the cam girl in his DMs.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
it went down in the DMs.
So the day before the PewDiePie thing happens, the Shay Carl thing breaks. And then all of a sudden the next day, this PewDiePie fabrication comes out and nobody's talking about Shay Carl at all.
That's a stretch though.
Shady business.
Why is it a stretch? He's the co-founder of Maker in Maker Disney Studios. Maker.
Maybe, I don't know.
I
we
love
were
it.
we're still talking about it. We did.
Yeah.
Didn't get
Well, let's
bad
fucking
ass.
quit talking about it. We're done. What's next?
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Here, let me hit you guys. I tweeted out, or I retweeted PTFO's Twitter earlier about some topic ideas. I know we have a couple other things we're going to do before we get into our life advice, but Joker Be Tweeting tweeted out, and I'm just going to put you guys on the spot really quick. What is each of yours weirdest sexual fetish?
Weirdest sexual fetish.
Yep.
I don't.
I don't know if I have one that would be
trying to-
considered weird.
Yeah, so I'm
Kyle,
trying to
you
think.
go first.
I'm pretty normal.
So I can't think either.
Do you like your toes being sucked on?
What
or-
about
Don't
what
do
about
that.
the weirdest? What about weirdest fetish we've heard of?
Okay, if we're all that fucking boring, all right. Weirdest
I'm
sexual
pretty- I'm
fetish
pretty
you've ever
I don't
heard
have
of.
a fetish.
What about you, Jimmy? Are you pretty vanilla, or you got something to share?
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's go with the weirdest one
No.
we've heard.
Hey, he doesn't want to share it. Come on, Jimmy.
I really
No,
like
I
it.
really don't. I'm pretty vanilla, pretty boring guy.
The weirdest one I've heard of is people that dress up as an adult baby and get babysat.
I've heard of that one.
That's fucked
I've heard
up.
of that one.
It's called like adult baby diapers. Like they get off on people babysitting them and treating them like a child.
Well, that's fucking weird.
I mean, mine's not like the weirdest one out there, but just the one I think is just super. Like, why would you ever want that? Is just people who want to get like peed on. I just think that's just weird to me.
Golden shower.
Or people who want to like
little
pee
water
on.
sports.
Yeah, people who want to get peed on or pee
Or
on
pooped on.
or pooped on. Anything that you're getting like bodily shit
Spit on.
or
The
piss.
spitting on ones are funny. Spit on them.
Okay, well, I Googled, and I've got 5 that you're going to be pretty shocked. So,
All right.
first one is
Let's see,
acrotomophilia.
Let's see if we
and
can
it's
guess
the
'em.
arousal.
let's see if we can guess 'em.
Okay, all right.
What is it?
Acrotomophilia.
No clue.
No clue.
Let me think for a second. Acrotomophilia.
Don't Google it.
I'm gonna say toe loving.
Arousal to amputees. So you get turned on by people that have a foot severed or an arm gone.
Right on.
Okay.
Each
All
their
right.
own.
Fucking nubs.
Anestemophilia.
People who are passed out.
That's rape.
Well, I'm saying it. I'm just glad it could be a weird fetish. I'm not saying it's mine.
Arousal to a person of extreme stature, either a giant or a dwarf.
Oh, like midget?
Yeah.
Is that yours, Jimmy? Is that the one you didn't want to share?
Okay, here we go.
Hey, well, let's go. Let's pause real quick. What's the tallest girl you've ever hooked up with? Because I was talking to somebody the other day, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I went on this date with this girl. She played volleyball at University of Washington." So like, he sent me her picture and stuff, and she's 6'5", which is just massive. I'm not saying
ginormous for a woman.
Suck her titties standing up, though.
I don't think I ever dated a girl that was taller than me, honestly.
Burns, Kyle.
No, I don't think I've ever dated anyone taller.
All right,
than
well,
me, no.
fuck me then. Next one, Jimmy.
Okay, coprophilia.
Nothing.
You get all
Just give
horny
a
after
guess.
a car crash or something.
Arousal, you get turned on by feces.
Oh, there we go. That was mine.
But yeah, that's what Colby was talking about.
That's not that bad.
Okay, I'm going to give you one last one. Hebephilia.
No clue.
Arousal to pubescent age children approximately 11 to 14,
So pedophilia.
basically. But this is a more, I guess, the age group of 11 to 14, so it's a more specific aphilia.
That's still pedophilia. That's disgusting.
There's literally a turn on for everything. Arousal
she
to sucking
bleeds,
on a
man.
person's nose.
What's that?
Arousal to
rule?
corpses.
There's that one rule, like Rule 30 something. It's like if you there's something in the world, there's a porn for it. That's what it is, right?
Pubophilia, yeah. Arousal to pubic hair.
Yeah, that landing strip, boy.
How do people end up with this fetish? Like, how do they stumble upon this and are like, yeah, that gets me
Zyophilia,
off.
arousal to wood.
That's a good question, Burns, because I always wonder that, like, and this goes back to like people who masturbate with like a fleshlight. I'm not calling anybody out here. I'm just saying, like, does something happen one time that like triggers you to now you only can like get off by doing a certain thing? Like, that's like if you
Maybe
masturbate-
it's like
do you have
Or
Maybe
if
it's
you
like
if you two-handed two-finger masturbate like Kyle did.
maybe it's something where if you watch,
the two-hand rub.
maybe
No,
something
you
where
said it was one-handed and your two fingers on the tip.
No, I held the shaft in my left hand, and you know when you're playing like Mario Party and you got to do one of the games where you spin the joystick really fast, so you use like the palm of your hand. That's what I would do.
How did you come up with that?
Mario
I
Party.
didn't ask anybody how to masturbate. I didn't. I nutted, so fuck, man. What do you want?
I was thinking maybe people get these fetishes are people that watch way too much porn and it just doesn't do it for them anymore, and so they stumble upon something new.
Oh,
And
that
it just escalates where you can only get off because of wood.
Frauderism, arousal to touching a stranger surreptitiously in a crowded place. So basically, you going by and grazing a girl's boob.
Oh yeah, like on the train, I've seen people do those
Yeah.
videos. Freaking creeps.
Ugh.
All right,
Funky.
bring us back, Burns.
Bring us back, Burns.
Bring us back. Well, we had a question from Twitter. I might have revised it a little bit, but maybe like the craziest, weirdest experience you had from either high school or college. It's kind of a broad question, but I can start us if you'd like.
Go for it.
All right, so back when I was like 19 and 20, we had this group of friends. We always used to party at this house. And you guys remember MySpace, right? I know Jimmy does because he's still trying to bring it back.
Fuck yeah, top 8,
Absolutely.
baby.
Yeah, so MySpace...
Justin Timberlake.
It's not coming back, dude. Let it go. MySpace used to let you post parties on there, and people would make them public. So we used to crash MySpace parties. We would just go on there and search for ones that were close by, and we would just show up. And one time, we went all the way out to Minneapolis, which was like 20 minutes from where we're at. And we always used to say that we know Mike. There's always a Mike at a party. And we walk up this lawn to this house and walk in, and we instantly realize this is a gay party. It's all gay dudes here.
So you fit right in?
So you stayed?
Yeah, pot committed at that point.
So you
Fuck yeah, we
stayed in.
stayed, dude. Gay people know how to party.
Was there a Mike gay guy there?
There was.
Did you fuck him?
No. But my friend did walk in on someone having sex in the shower, though.
Gay dudes?
Yeah.
It was a gay party, man.
Yeah, it was a
Hell
gay
yeah.
party.
We went to a party when I was just right out of high school, and we live in Maple Valley, and this place, it was in Puyallup, which is kind of more like a, kind of like your outcast, like 23-year-old dudes, it's just kind of like a shitty place. But first thing we do is when we pull up, we see some dudes in the driveway just hanging out, showing each other their fucking gun. So that was like the first red flag, and I'm like, what? Or like, we're just a couple white kids, and there's a girl with us whose husband was in the military, and so he wasn't there, but she was hanging out with my cousin. And so that's kind of fucked up. So we see this gun, and we're like, God, what the fuck are we doing here? And so we roll up to the door, and we're not really familiar with partying and stuff, and they're like, the girl can come in. He's like, $15 for you two guys. And we're like, we didn't bring $15, dog. And so the girl's just like, oh, can I flash my titties to let him in? And the guy's like, sure. And so we get in with her flashing her titties. And, so we're like, okay, cool. We're in this party where we literally don't know anybody. And so we're upstairs, and we start just kind of mingling and talking to people, and a Kevin Hart type black dude walks up and like puts his arm around me, and he's like talking to us. We're kind of bullshitting. And, when I would drink and stuff, I would just do like stupid. I still do. I would just do stupid shit. So when I like see my friends and stuff, I'll walk up to them and fucking put my fingers in their ass, or like bean dip. So when this dude put his arm around me,
What?
Wait, what? Hold on. You do what?
What's a bean dip?
you just walk up to someone and you put your fingers in their ass.
That's called bean dip?
That's what we call it. I mastered it in junior high until I almost got suspended. So he puts his arm around me. So I thought it'd be funny if I slapped his ass, right? Because he put his arm around me. We're mingling and stuff. I'm just fucking around. Hell no. I slapped his ass, and it instantly turned into him fucking squared up, trying to fight me. His like friends are holding him back and stuff. And like, this is like 15 minutes of being at this damn party. So we've seen a gun, titties, and this dude's squaring up like, oh, we need to get the fuck out of here. We know people got guns and shit here. Like, this is fucked up. He's like completely making a scene, like, you fucking gay, nigga. Like, you fucking gay. And I'm like, no, dude, I was just fucking around. You had your arm around me. I thought it'd be cool if I slapped your ass. And we just ended up vacating ASAP after that. And then my sister, or not my sister, but my cousin had sex with a girl that showed her titties, whose husband was in the military. So I felt like a scumbag just for being any part of that,
Jesus, you could write a book.
I know, man. It's a fucked up day.
That was in high school?
That's
No, this is like a year after high school.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. He had sex with her. It was fucked up.
I've got one, but it's not happy. It's not funny at all. But you said weirdest or craziest. Senior year, I had
30 years ago?
32 years ago. My senior year, my parents had gotten divorced when I was 15, and I don't remember who I was living with at the time. I may not have been living with either one of them, but we had a roommate. Actually, I was living with my brother, and we had a roommate who was his age, and he stayed with us for like a year. Got to know him really well, really cool guy, and became good friends with him. And there was a party that was going on in a town like 3 hours away, and we had went there a couple weeks ago to meet up with some people up there at the house, and then they had a party, but I wasn't able to make the party, and he went. His name was Dustin, and he went to the party, and I didn't think anything about it. Next morning I woke up, and we got the news that he went to the party, and some dude accused him of stealing a $20 bill from the guy off of his table, and Dustin said he didn't do it or whatever. The dude, right in the middle of this party, like 50, 60 people in this party or whatever, pulls out a gun and shoots him in the face. Like,
well, you witnessed
blank,
the shooting?
murders him. No, I wasn't there, but it was a good friend of mine that was living with me and my brother, and it was crazy. It was surreal because it's just like
over $20.
$20?
Yeah. Well, from what I gathered, the dude was like drunk off his ass, but yeah, he thought Dustin stole a $20 bill out of his house, and Dustin said he didn't. The dude pulled out a gun and shot him right in the forehead.
Holy.
And-
Did he steal the $20?
Well, I have no idea,
Okay.
man.
I'm not just curious.
But it was surreal. I mean, it's just like, that's not real. This didn't happen, you know? It was crazy. That's just what jumps out to me.
Oh,
the
that's
most.
a fucking downer.
It's just weird. It's just weird that like
Well-
situations, like the worst situations that you hear of are like drunk people with guns, and then those are like I had a roommate whose his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, almost like Kyle's situation, like was throwing a party, was outside like of the party, like messing around with his gun. Fight broke out. Drunk dude who was messing around outside with his gun goes over to stop the fight, gets punched, shoots the dude, goes to jail. Like it's just crazy. Like he didn't even know the two people that were fighting. It was just happening at his house. He jumped in, shot some dude.
You kill him?
I think he did kill him. I don't remember.
Fuck yeah. Don't be fighting at that guy's house.
Yeah, seriously. I just remember being like, hearing the story, like, what the fuck is wrong with this world?
Dude, the world's crazy.
Yeah, and that was like 7 years ago. Now look at it now.
Yeah, the world's a crazy place. What about you, Birds?
I already told my story.
You did?
Remember he
was
had
my
gay
first
sex
party.
in the shower?
Oh, yours was the gay butt sex party. Colby?
Yeah, not the bead dip, the gay butt sex. I mean,
Colby just told his, didn't he? Oh, no, that was an add-on.
that was just
yeah, that was just an add-on. I don't really have, like, off the top of my head, a really good, crazy high school story. So I might just, I mean, we didn't really do anything in high school. Just played poker, and then in college, can't really. I mean, there's crazy moments, but nothing like I can really tell a cool story. So I might just hit it with
Your
the
life
pass.
is pretty boring, huh?
Well, it's just like nothing like stands out, like a guy getting shot in the forehead or like,
Yeah, that's a hard one to top.
and then like Kyle getting in a fight with a dude. Like I'm always kind of neutral in a lot of situations. Like I've gotten in technically like one fight in my life, but I really just like two of my buddies stuck up for me, and then like when they weren't, the other guy was like pushing them, I went and pushed him, and then like punched a guy once, and they were like, "Run home, you can't get in trouble," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I like sprinted home and locked the door.
I've got a really good high school story from what you just said. I was in 9th grade, had a buddy that was way smaller than me. We were hanging out. The cool thing to do back then was to hang out in the Town and Country parking lot. That's like where everybody would go park and just hang out on the weekend.
Like Jack in the Box, parking lot. Yeah.
So this dude, I guess he was a druggie. He was a big dude. He was probably 2 grades higher than us, from another town, was like over there starting shit with a lot of people. And there was a girl that was there that I was trying to impress. And my buddy Jeremy, who was way smaller than me, the guy was picking on him. And the guy was like, I mean, guys, he was way bigger than me. So he was a lot bigger than Jeremy. He started picking on him. So I was like, this is my spot. This is it. This is where I shine. And I was like, hey man, why don't you pick on somebody that's at least a little closer to your size, right? So he comes over to me, and we start pushing back and forth. And I'd never really been in a fight, so I closed my eyes and I just swung like a haymaker, like just everything I had, all or nothing. And I nailed this dude. It sounded like a shotgun going off in the parking lot. Like it just cracked him. And he legit does the whole Terminator shit where his face goes sideways, and then he slowly looks back at me, and I'm like, holy fuck. And then he like gets hold of me and starts pummeling me. And they broke it up, but I'll never forget that. Like, I was like, I just fucking killed this dude. And then he looks back at me with that slow whatever. I'm like, I'm dead. He's going to fucking murder
When he
me.
looked back at you, were you just like, I've made a mistake?
Oh yeah, I was repenting my sins, man. I was like, oh,
It's like
Please
at the
don't.
I should not have done that.
yeah
hold me.
the screen
Don't hit
pauses.
me.
The screen pauses, and then the voice in your head goes, "At this point, Jimmy knew he fucked up."
Exactly. It was one of those moments. But
Hey,
I
someone
just
asked
thought
us.
about that.
Someone asked us, do you think we would all be friends in high school? We went to the same high school.
No.
Probably not.
I think Kyle and
No.
I would have been.
Well, that's
we would've been
offensive, Jimmy.
fucking Bash Brothers.
You don't think we
I
would
mean,
be friends?
Well, I mean, I wasn't the kind of guy that would go around bean dipping other guys. So,
Yeah,
I
I was
probably
one of a
wouldn't be
kind. I
hanging
was the
out
only
with
one
Kyle.
doing that. Yeah.
I mean, I was a nice guy. I see Kyle as kind of a punky jock, jackass type. Probably wouldn't have been. I mean, we probably wouldn't have like not got along. Probably would have been the whole friends, but not like in the core group. Because I mean, I was at that mid level of. I mean, I played sports and stuff, but probably wouldn't have like been close buds. Colby's way more passive. I probably would have.
I probably would have been friends with Colby.
Colby was
Connected
friends with
with Colby.
everybody.
Yep, I was friends with everybody. Gay.
But Kyle's the kind of guy that like turns his class ring upside down and goes and hits 7th graders in the head with it and shit.
No, I wasn't a bully. I was more like a class clown type guy, and I just happened to be pretty good at sports and stuff. But I kind of just like did my own thing. I wasn't like one of those dudes that had, like a, 5 or 6 friend group that we hang out with every day. I kind of was just like a fucking feather in the wind, man.
Yeah.
Just did my own thing.
Free for all, man. Free for all. Yeah,
I just picture you as like the typical Letterman jacket, jock.
I had a
jackass.
fucking sick Letterman's jacket though, all black.
Oh, nice.
Never
Mine was
even
all
wore
black,
it
dude.
once. I didn't wear it once.
I wore it on Friday game days when it was wear your jersey with Letterman coat day, and that was it.
Always
What a waste.
the rebel.
Waste of fucking money. Yeah, I was the guy that took both leadership classes so I could hang out with everybody in like all 3 lunches just to be kicking it.
Were you like a kiss ass to teachers and shit?
I would probably say more, yeah, but I like all the teachers. I didn't like, how people like you set your own schedule. So ever since like 10th grade when I found teachers I liked, I just kept taking like just random bullshit. Like I didn't learn Kyle knows I don't know math. I'm not good at writing. I didn't learn anything. I took 3 weightliftings my senior year because I like TA'd for one of them, leadership class, like computer class.
Yeah, he
He's
sucks
just the guy
at math.
that wanted everybody to be happy.
Yeah, I was just there to be there for like the social aspect, like whatever.
He's the type of guy that lets his wife drive.
Hell yeah, she likes it. Why not?
Because that's
I can't
your.
let anybody else drive.
Yeah, that's your fucking nuts, man. You got to get aggressive.
Well, Colby's wife is the one that would leave him for the dog too, right?
Yeah.
Birds, what about you? What was your high school persona?
I was more like Colby.
Just a nice guy?
Just a nice guy, friends with
Just
anyone.
big gay John.
No, I wasn't gay. No, I did go to a gay party once, but that was after high school. Yep.
Yeah, you know what's a funny high school like story? The first time I'd heard like Kyle's name a few times. We were only like cross town. I don't want to say rivals because we never beat them in anything, but we were cross town people. And one of my really really good friends were over at his house, and we're about to play poker, and he's like, "Hey, we're TPing this guy's house tonight. His name's Kyle." And so he's telling me this story and like how we're gonna go TP his house, and we're on AIM like AOL Instant Messenger with like some girl. Who like knows
we're going way back.
Who knows Kyle, and she's like helping us set this whole thing up, and I'm like, well, okay, fuck, like I'm gonna
tell him the reason he wanted to do it. I never even met the fucking guy.
The reason he wanted to do it was because did you take his spot on the team, or was he on the team and he just couldn't play over you? It's one of those.
I'm
two.
not sure. It was
something about a baseball team like 4 years before that, and he had like kept this
Talk
bottle.
about holding a grudge.
Yeah, I was gonna say talk about like holding this, and so I think we're in like 9th or 10th grade, and then so we have this like inside job whatever to go TP him, and we get our ride. We couldn't even drive then, so we get like our ride to go over there, whatnot, and then like there was like a light on or something, so we couldn't like go there, so we just went and TP'd some random girl's house and fucked her day up the next day like a dick we are. But yeah, that was the first time I heard Kyle's name in high school. Like that's kind of funny. Like, let's go TP this guy's house. He's an asshole. I'm like, all right, yeah, fuck this guy.
This is completely random and off topic, but I've just read an article today. There's a Walmart sign. You know how on the front of the Walmart buildings you have like the spot where the pharmacy is and the spot where the car service is?
Yeah.
Well, there's the pharmacy word, right? You got all the letters up on the wall, and the P had partially fell down, like it was hanging. It was dangling there. So there's an article. This dude spent 2 days standing under this broken sign. And the pharmacy, just picture it's probably 20 feet up on the wall. And the letters are probably, I mean, they've got to be a good probably 30 pounds a piece. But we're talking big letters here. And he stands under the P for 2 days, hoping it'll fall on him so he can sue Walmart.
That's not gonna fly, is it?
I posted that picture, and he actually sent
Did
me
you?
like 3 more pictures of him standing under it.
Yeah.
Did it fall yet? Is he still
No,
there?
it never fell. It never fell.
I don't think he would win a court case like that if he intentionally was trying to get hurt.
That's what I was about to say. The evidence is definitely against him now. To live in the
He's
American dream.
He's going to get hit by a 30-pound letter, probably give him a severe concussion.
Oh, no, it would have fucked him up. I mean, Kyle, you saw the pictures. That would have probably hurt him.
Oh, yeah. He probably would have died.
Yeah. I mean, but what probably would have happened is it would have fell and landed right next to him.
What a champion, though. The guy has so much time on his hands.
2 days.
That he could stand under a letter that's going to fall to try to get sued.
But I think it was more just like a funny thing, like, you know, like...
Yeah, but funny thing is a couple hours, not 2 days.
You know what?
I don't know
He was
if he
serious
actually
about it,
did
man.
that,
He was
though.
in it for the long haul.
to throw myself.
Are you
under
believing
the
the
bus.
news?
That's fake news. To throw myself under the bus here again as just my wussiness, I would probably be the guy who would stand there and then see the thing start to drop and be like, "Oh fuck no, it's going way too fast."
It just moved.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, it would have hurt him pretty bad. I just thought that was funny. I know that's random. All right.
What's
Colby,
Colby's question?
It is time. We are at the 40-minute mark of the show. Once again, quick plug for iTunes. If you're catching this episode, be sure to subscribe over there. Give us a review. And Colby, every episode, hits us with a secret question. He tries to put us on the spot,
Overhyped,
tries to make our
underdelivered.
brains work.
Yeah, this one I was actually pretty excited about this one, and then like I wrote it down. Actually, no, I recorded myself saying it, and I'm like, fuck, this actually is so overhyped is.
Whoa. Why did you record yourself saying it?
Okay, so here's what happened. This is how the question came about. I'm gonna give my brother some credit here. I'm going to Walmart to pick up some golf balls for my whatever, long story, and he says something.
What type of ball do you use? You're a noodle guy, aren't you?
No, I was hitting Callaway ones.
Okay, all right.
But
all right.
I'm not good. Don't take that.
Bridgestone.
Yeah, Kyle's the Bridgestone guy. I just used the Callaway ones are cheaper at Costco, but yeah, I just like them.
I shot a 77
all right.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's really fucking good. I shot a 106. But anyway, so he's telling me we're going back and forth, and he brings up like, oh, because he just got a haircut, and he's like, I wish like there was something they could do at a haircut, like put you in a little tanning thing, like as you're getting the haircut. So I could like not look so stupid because he has like the lines even from not being tan. Anyway, so that he was like, but that gives you cancer. That led me to my question out of nowhere, which was,
Hold on, before you ask, I still don't understand why you recorded yourself asking the question.
Because my phone was being weird yesterday and it froze, so I couldn't open my notepad. So I had to record myself in Walmart, like telling myself the question, so I wouldn't forget it.
I thought it was like you wanted to be able to hear yourself and make sure it sounded good.
Oh no, I wish.
It's not that serious, Colby.
No, it wasn't that cool of a story. I was just
Well,
like,
what's the fucking question? All
right, so
stop
here's-
wasting time here.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
whoa, hey, easy, period, guy. All right, here it is. So, if you woke up and something that you've always been told would like kill you or is super bad for you or could cause cancer, you woke up and it was proven to actually be like healthy for you, what would you wish it was, or what do you wish it was?
You sit too close to the TV, you'll go blind.
Yeah, so like my first thought was like, oh, fucking steroids, if like because that's always been something like that's gonna kill you, whatever. But then
You
I
were
was
on
like,
steroids?
no, I'm saying like that'd be the cool thing to
He's
wake up.
way too passive to be on steroids.
But then I was like, oh, it'd be so good. But then I realized that if steroids were like legal and didn't kill you, everyone else would do them, and I would still just be like a middle-aged.
Well, what is that shit that people inject? They're not steroids, but they make them have these fake muscles and they look really dumb.
those synthetic whatever?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the question. What would you like? Like tanning was my brother's thing. Like, oh, that'd be sweet if I could like tan and it wouldn't give me cancer for my haircut.
What?
Like, yeah, that's the question. What would you wake
He
up?
wanted a tan?
No, that's like that's what started this question.
Oh. I was going to say, is he
I'm going to
gay?
guess Kyle goes with smoke crack.
Or meth.
I've always wanted to know what it was like to do heroin just because it's like so fucking stupid. Like I want to
Okay,
know
is heroin liquid or powder? What is heroin?
You
needles.
Can melt it. Yeah, you can melt it.
needles
Or
in
you
your
can smoke it.
veins.
That is gnarly.
But like
Do you know what have you ever seen the movie Train Spotting?
No.
Well, they describe what it's like to take heroin for the first time. It's supposed to be your best orgasm times 1,000.
no.
Holy shit.
You guys want to get together and do this? Sounds awesome.
I'll try.
For scientific purposes.
Yeah, we gotta know.
though.
That's
And
a,
now-
I
and
don't know
you
if that's
hear
true. I don't
the-
know if that's true or not. It's just from
No,
a
no, no.
movie.
The 12-year-old gets hey, mom, I listened to this new podcast. It's really cool. They're going to get together and try heroin for the first time.
It's for science. If a movie tells me that it's your best orgasm times 1,000, we have to try it, right? We have to confirm this hypothesis.
But I just
It's
feel like-
illegal though, right?
yeah, heroin is.
Well, there's a lot of things that are illegal that people do.
That doesn't make it right or wrong, I guess.
That's going to be my answer.
You're only hurting yourself.
Burns, that's
Okay.
a perfect answer to this dumb
Birds
question.
wants Birds wants the fucking heroin bump.
Well, no, that would be interesting. Like, I thought meth too. Like, again,
I hate needles, though. There's got to be a better way to do it. Like, I don't want to inject anything into me.
Ooh,
Can
yeah,
I
good
inhale
point.
this? Can I smoke it?
What's the one you do off a spoon? Is that heroin or crack?
Yeah, but I
Heroin.
think to get the orgasm effect, you got to inject it. So I guess I'm just going to have to suck it up.
All right, Burns
No,
answers
no.
heroin.
You have to inject it in your dick.
Some people inject it into their toes.
Yeah, in between their toes. That's how Walter White. Spoiler alert. That's how Walter White kills Jesse Pinkman's girlfriend.
That
No,
makes
it's not.
That makes my.
Oh, I
toes
thought he
hurt.
injected it in between her. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
He
Never
lets
mind.
her. He lets her choke to death.
Yep, you're right. Sorry.
Was she a bad person?
What are you guys doing? What if somebody hasn't seen that?
They're
Was she a
fucking
bad
nude.
person?
This show's been out for like 10 years.
All right, Jimmy, what's yours? Burns is heroin. So far the question's not terrible because one person answered.
And yours is tanning, right?
No. Mine was originally steroids, but then I realized if everyone else could do steroids, it wouldn't make me any better. I would just be like the middle-aged 29-year-old who's still not very good.
Well, give me some things that are bad for me that everybody says are bad.
I don't know, drugs.
Well, you guys pretty much covered
Weed.
the drugs.
Weed.
just joking.
I'm trying to think like what else. I really can't think now.
Yeah, what's supposed to be super bad for you that you're not supposed to do?
Stuff that causes cancer, but that's like you just like drink pop. Like I
They
don't
say
know.
MSG causes cancer and it's in Doritos. I guess I'd go be able to eat Doritos with no concerns. I don't know.
Are you serious? We're gonna do
I don't-
heroin, and
well,
you're
I-
like Doritos.
This is a
I
fucking
don't
weird
know.
question.
Well,
It
all
is a
that
weird
matters,
question.
All it matters is it created 7 minutes of conversation and Burns answered. So I'm gonna put it at a 5 out of 10.
Kyle, what about you?
I would go tanning.
Yeah?
I think that the only answer here is heroin.
Yeah, I'd try heroin.
Okay, fuck it. Heroin.
We're
Are
all
you
doing
for
heroin.
real though? I say we get together in Vegas and make this happen.
You've asked that 3 times, which you're starting to give me this inkling that you're actually serious.
Why wouldn't I be serious?
So hold on, I want you to break this down for a second, Burns. I want you to picture this. Let's say, okay, yeah, we get off mic here, and we say, you know what? Let's fucking do it. We all go to Vegas, we get a suite, and we get up there, and we're supposed to cook this shit in a spoon, and then we're supposed to tie this our arm or whatever, and then we're gonna stick needles in each other's arms, and then we're all gonna feel like we're orgasming. What the fuck is wrong with this picture?
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna.
That sounds like a good time.
There's a. When I was in college, there was a story that we were learned in our health class that like the Ellensburg PD, they went to someone's house like for the neighbors called it in, and the 2 dudes had did heroin, and they busted in the door, and they were like using the needles, and this is really gross. They were like sucking their blood out and squirting it at each other. It was all over the walls and shit. they were high on heroin.
And that's what you want to do, Burns.
That's because they had both never done it before, and they were just fucking tripping.
I'm the only one that was able to answer this
Orgasming.
question.
I know, but you want to just want to kind of chill next to me and Kyle and Colby on the couch while you're having 1,000 orgasms.
I think I would be the worst drug user. Just
I don't
because
see a problem with that.
Well,
We're all
I couldn't
friends
even
here.
get past. There's no way I could even shove the needle in my arm.
I'll do
There's
it
no
for
way.
you.
It wouldn't happen.
I'll do it for you, Jimmy. I'm here for you.
On to
You
the
know what?
advice.
I'll say one thing about this show. You literally have no fucking clue where we are going to go because we have no clue where we are going to go. We're talking about injecting each other with heroin.
Hell yeah!
I got a shit.
All right,
All right, Birds.
Hit us with the
Should we
terrible
go into
advice.
life advice? All right.
Jeez. Yeah, don't do heroin, kids. Unless you do it with friends on a podcast.
Don't listen to Jimmy. He's the dad of the show. You gotta be a rebel. You only live once, right?
I'd rather go bead dip than do heroin.
That doesn't. You gotta have a good time though, right?
Well, Kyle has a good time bead dipping people.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so I got bad news. I got to bail out because I'm feeling pretty sick right now.
Are you about to? No, throw up on the show.
No.
Throw up on the show.
I can't.
bye, buddy.
All right, buddy. Bye.
All right, see you guys later. Sorry. Fuck, stomach hurts.
I can't believe you have to go drive 15 hours. That's bad. Well, no, I'm just.
Are you about to go take a massive shit? All right, birds. Let's get into the
Get well soon, bud.
question of, or
right.
the
I was
life
really
advice.
hoping Kyle would stick around to answer this question that I had. It was a really good one. I'm still gonna ask it, but yeah, this is life advice. We're not responsible for your actions based on the advice that we give. You guys ready?
You know, I just had a brilliant idea. In the title of this, I'm going to put Kyle walks out on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
Kyle quits the show.
Well, he did. He bailed. with
Absolutely.
10
It's not
minutes to
clickbait.
go.
Okay. All right. Go ahead with your question.
All right, so this is from Jesse. He's going to give some backstory. He's from West Valley City, Utah. He is not a Mormon.
Why are all these people from Utah?
Dude,
I got
we
a
get
following,
we got,
son.
We
Got a
got
following.
fans in Utah. This guy is not a Mormon, though.
Yeah,
He
West
was ra-
Valley
he
is
was
scary.
Yeah, he was raised Catholic, has his own views on religion, whatever. Anyways, he made a decision around 16 that he would wait until marriage before he has sex.
Good for him.
Now he has no problems finding dates or getting to know women. The only problem is when it starts to get serious, he reveals to them that he is not going to be sexually intimate with them until he's married.
And they're outie, right?
Yeah, a lot of them just bail out on him. And longest relationship he had was 8 months, so that's not bad for a girl who already knows that the answer to that question. But then she cheated on him for obvious reasons.
Because she needed the...
Yeah, she needed
Some
the dick,
D,
man.
some pogo stick.
But here's this question. He says, should he just say, fuck my values and just go for it? Or do I hold out hope to find that special person who shares
This
his...
is a classic pivot PTFO question where you're going to get the exact opposite of the spectrum answers, Jesse. I just want you to know that because I already know what Burns is going to tell you.
Hell yeah, I know what Burns is going to say too, and what
You
Kyle
want me
would
to
have said.
you want me to start it off?
Sure.
Dude, you gotta have sex before marriage. You gotta test drive it. There's no way. I just don't see how someone could do that. I'm baffled.
I think it's crazy in 2017 that someone can still. I mean, speaking off of last week's question, if you guys missed it, there was a dude who knocked up a girl at 14 years old. So it's crazy that people are waiting for marriage and people are.
Well,
Banging
here's
at
why.
14.
Here's why I think you shouldn't wait till marriage. What if you're not compatible sexually? What if you spend all this time with this girl and then on your wedding night, at first it's going to be awkward because you don't know what you're doing, and it's just not going to be enjoyable for her.
You say awkward. Some other people may say special.
It's going to last like 4 seconds. He's going to pull his dick out. It's going to be over. He's going to drop her wedding dress. And it's over. But that's just my opinion. You want to make sure you're sexually compatible and that you both like the same things in bed. And that's probably why the girls are leaving. They have needs as well.
Well, I mean, okay. You know what? This may be the only time where I digress.
Nice.
And
Jimmy's getting poisoned with us.
No. It's not. If Burns came across and said, you just need to give that dick, dude. What are you, pussy? I would have been like, well, he has values. He's got core values.
The answer to my question was reasonable.
Yeah, you're
your,
right.
Your
100%.
answer was reasonable,
Really
but
good.
I can take it a step further. It's not even about the guy. Okay, imagine if and here's why the girls are running, because like you said, the guy they go get married, she pulls up the dress, 4 seconds, it's done. What if she marries him and he has like a really weird penis, or there's something wrong with his penis?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or-
Like sexually incompatible. They don't like the same thing.
and then she's like, well, shit.
Maybe she likes to get choked. Maybe he just wants to do missionary. You don't know. That's why you got to do it before.
You know what? I agree with you. You're right, Jesse. You need to be able to test drive before you buy it.
Let's give him a not wait until you're married, but wait until it's someone that you seriously care about, where you could see yourself possibly marrying. Don't just go bang the next girl you've been dating for a month.
No. He needs to. He's a virgin, right? Well, he's only 16, so this is hard to give this advice.
Oh, he's only
out there-
16.
You need to get out there and like get some experience, so you know what you're doing when you get to that woman that you really like.
Well,
right?
Should we put in a disclaimer that he needs to get experience when he's 18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years.
I-
But
I-
the thing is
in 2 years.
the thing is, and this is not like about sex, but like I always like a lot of people won't live with their boyfriend girlfriends like before they're married and stuff, even though they might be banging whatever. Like I hear that all the time, and I always think that that's weird because like a lot of people can't live with like what if you like move in with them and you fucking hate each other? Like once you move in, like one of them's a mess and one of them's super neat, or one of them does this and one of them does that. I always feel like that's almost as like what leads to so many divorces is people just don't fucking take the test drive, like you're saying, Burns. Like take a test drive, do something so you don't end up like fucking hating your life.
The number one thing is money, but that's probably way, way up there. You're right. They don't get to know each other well enough. I mean, just look at it from this point. Can you see yourself doing heroin with her?
Exactly. That you got to have not just sexually, but drugs wise as well.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have another question?
I do, but I want to know why it felt like you were going to disagree with me.
No.
I was because I assumed that you were going to come across in the brash manner of like you usually do with the answer, but you didn't. You actually made sense. So,
well, you said when I was explaining the question, you said good for him, and then you changed your mind.
Well, yeah, there is good for him that he has values. I have nothing wrong with him having values. If he has established values at 16 years old, he's way fucking ahead of the game. Not necessarily in the situation of the sexual type stuff, but if he has established values there, he probably has core values otherwhere, and he's doing a lot better than a lot his age. That's what I was going off of.
Yeah, at 16 years old, funny Utah Mormon story. I wasn't actually in Utah, but I hooked up with this girl, just like made out with her, like that was it. And there's no text messages then and anything like that. And then I saw her like the next week at church, and she like walked away from me. I'm like, oh shit, she must not have liked that. I must have sucked at making out or whatever. She sent me an email like 2 days later. I know email, no text messages then. And she was like, this is my body. I don't like. It's not for you to be touching. Blah blah blah. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? I just made out with you.
I just thought of great advice for this guy. This is a compromise advice if he wants to keep his values. I just thought of it.
Okay, I like this.
So he mentioned that he was Catholic. A lot of Catholic girls will have the same values if they're like serious about their faith or whatever. That they won't, have vaginal sex, but they will do anal.
Boom!
So
there's the burns we were missing. That's the burns we needed.
That's the compromise you need to make if you don't.
When you're 18.
Yeah,
Jesse.
18.
He's from Utah. What is the age of consent out there? Kyle said it was 8th grade last episode.
Top of my head, I'm gonna guess 18, but I can just do it.
Yeah, we'll just go with 18.
If you don't want to have the vaginal sex, anal is your second option.
Okay, next question.
I'm on a roll today.
Search the web, Siri.
My name is Drew. He's turning 18 years old on Sunday. So
Thank God.
When this show comes out, right?
He'll be 18.
Good.
Any ideas for what I should or shouldn't do to celebrate? What did you guys do when you turned 18?
Okay,
all right, dude. So you've been listening.
Let me go first. Let me go first. Let me go first.
Heroin.
Okay, I want to put in a disclaimer that we are obviously joking about that. We don't condone anybody to do illegal drugs.
None of us have ever done heroin.
This is a comedy podcast.
I've never done it. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, this is a really good one though. Don't spend a lot of money. Like if you have like a savings account, don't do some stupid shit and say, "Oh, I'm only 18 once," and go blow your $5,000 in your savings account or something stupid like that.
Oh yeah. Who the fuck has $5,000 at 18? And if you do, that's fucking awesome. I had like $40.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I want to say do something that you'll regret, but not something that could get you in trouble. And I don't really know where I'm going with that.
How about a tattoo?
But
how about a tattoo?
Yeah, a tattoo.
Possibly.
Get a tattoo. Okay, I got it. Tattoo of PTFO.
How about a tattoo of
Jimmy's
PTFO character with a heroin needle in his hand? How about that on your ass?
Oh, he should get a tattoo of all of our cartoons on his back.
Oh yeah, there we go. Tramp
in
stamp,
portrait
baby.
style, landscape.
Yeah,
landscape.
Tramp stamp, baby.
Tramp stamp it. That's
18
perfect.
years old, my advice, if you haven't dabbled in scratch tickets, now you're legally allowed to buy scratch tickets, maybe buy 10.
He's not allowed to drink though, right?
No,
that's 21, right?
Can't drink, but you can legally drink in Canada. You can go to Canada.
Can he legally go to Vegas and buy a prostitute?
I don't think
it's like 21 in Vegas, isn't it?
I don't think they're going to ID him either way, but let's not.
No. If it's 21, never mind. I'm just thinking. I'm
Hey,
spitballing
that's
here.
what he could do. He could go to the strip club. I don't know what the rules are in. I don't know where he's from, but in Minnesota, it's 18 at the strip club. So.
Yeah. 18 strip club. You can go strip club, scratch tickets, get some of
Casino.
those.
Casino's 18 where I'm from.
That's what I did at 18. Is I went to the casino and I won actually $800, which was
Hey,
a shit
usually
Or you could
at
just
the-
have some buds over and play video games all night, drink beer and pizza.
Hey, usually when you go to the
No,
strip club on
no
your 18th
drinking.
birthday, you get a free dance.
Oh shit! No, you can't drink beer. Oh, non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah,
O'Doul's.
O'Doul's.
Get some O'Doul's. Hey, let me tell you a story about a birthday at the strip club, though. The one in Minneapolis, for your birthday, the strippers are not easy on you. I had one that, like, they slammed down onto your thighs and got slapped in the face.
Oh shit!
You get pissed off.
They beat you up, man.
Which is
That's what I say.
interesting. You would think they would be nicer, so you come back.
I think they
I
just tried-
remember-
think they
I
just do it
remember-
to-
Going to one, and I remember it was some dude's birthday, and they put him up in a chair on the stage, and they like strapped him to the chair, and then two girls came out, and they like literally beat this dude with belts.
Oh,
like
that's-
we're talking,
yeah.
he wasn't enjoying it either. It was you were honestly watching a beating go down.
BDSM live. That's like one of the bachelor parties I went to. It was all fun and games, like couple spanks with a belt, and then like there was like candles lit everywhere, and then she like grabbed the hot wax and like poured it down his ass crack. We're like, all right, this has gone too far. Like, what the
Jesus.
fuck are we watching?
And that's where we're gonna stop the show.
wait, no, yeah, that was.
I think we're good. So
Wait, what about Burns'
Kyle-
Captain America?
let's save that for when Kyle's back, because Kyle was part of that.
Yeah, Kyle was part of that.
Is that cool?
Shit, yeah.
All right, guys, another PTFO in the books. Once again,
Hey,
you really
Jimmy,
don't know where.
I gotta
It's
wrap
the
this.
It's the PTFO
Oh shit!
wrap up.
Colby has to wrap up the show.
Yeah, I gotta wrap it up real quick, and I got a lot going on
Hey,
in my head.
hey, before he does, iTunes review, do it.
Do it. So
If you, all of our Twitters are in the description of most any platform you watch this on. If you go leave us a review, send us a screenshot. You can send it to PTFO Twitter, but send it to all of us as well, because we will retweet that shit and put it out there, because you guys are supporting us. And
I'll start shouting you out in my raps.
there you go.
All
All right, we're gonna
Colby.
leave it out with Colby with his wrap up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
and
I have a beat for today's wrap up that I just got off YouTube, and I hope everyone can hear it. If not, Burns will do some magic editing. Yeah. Oh, episode 13 was great. Now we got to wrap it up. It was all a dream. Yeah. All a dream. Time to wrap up. Number 13. DMs with the cam girl, man. That's just not flirting. I'll blame it on the liquor. I never felt sicker. That's not you when you're hungry. Better grab yourself a Snickers. Big-headed bitches acting like Timmy Turner. Put your tip inside a hooker and it's just a business merger. And gamers today with dreams of humping Zoe Burger. And the four of us together talk about how we would purge her. It's not for murder, man, it's just for entertainment and insane today, and I blamed it, and I probably should have changed it, but that's lame shit and the same shit that you're hearing on the daily. Sugar-coated nonsense by the lazy and the crazy. And if you're listening to the PTFO podcast and you're not a fan, we got 2 words for you. Suck it.